Good morning. Hey, Shucks. It's your girl Risa coming to you today. This may not be a popular video, but I'm just coming to talk about something. Now, I'm not trying to jump on nobody's bandwagon or, just to talk about a subject, okay? Well, it is Thursday morning, Thankful Thursday. It is about 5 something in the morning. G is going to work and I couldn't go back to sleep. So, I picked up my phone and looking at some information, this, that, and the third. G and he sent me a voicemail and we did our verse of the day together and said a prayer together. And today, the verse of the day is Psalms 139, 23 through 24. Search me, God, and know my heart. Test me and know my anxious thoughts. See if there is any offensive way in me, and lead me in the way everlasting. What a blessing. So that is the verse of the day. And I came across Gina Young's video today, and it was talking about her test results. You guys go watch the video. So for those of you, because I do talk about more than I should, all of 2023, I went through an awful lot, okay? Didn't know what was going on, felt like I was coming unglued, okay? And I'm still dealing, but after watching Gina's video, it just hit home. I know since 2024 has been in, and I know that women have been talking about this. I discovered women talking about this and other issues in 2023. And that is how I kind of formed my own opinion. I have not been diagnosed in certain areas yet, but I have in some. Okay, so Gina talked about how she was feeling tired. She was having heavy periods, having brain fog, this, that, and the third. And she's also had to have iron infusions twice a month. Or is it twice a month? Is it twice a month? Twice a year? Once a month? I forgot how often, but she's had to have them. And she went and had more tests done. After going back and forward to the doctor and not getting any answers, she finally went to see an OBGYN and found out that she had fibroids. Right there. If I don't know all the information, but for the little bit that I do have, fibroids can mess with your system to the point of not only pain, but you can have heavy bleeding, and it drains you, and it makes you feel all kind of ways. Now, she said that she had 3. So in 2023, I went to have, after seeing about 5 different doctors, one male doctor that I had, after me telling him, because I had got some information from TikTok, okay, listening to a doctor talk about certain things, and she was like, have yourself tested. I told him about it, and he sent me to have a vaginal ultrasound, and I went and did that. And while I was there, I started feeling panicky on the table because I didn't know how, so I hit the live button, and so I was live while the procedure was going on. And yes, I do have fibroids. Now, my periods have not been extremely heavy, but they are very painful. They're painful. I get bloated, and she talked about that as well. I get cramps. Because of where my fibroids are located, it causes me back pain also. The spasms in my back. It causes my legs to hurt. The pain just radiates down to right above my knees. And it's just a lot of things that just happens with that. So I was sitting here thinking, oh my gosh, Gina, this is what you're going through. And I know how you feel. And I know there's women out here everywhere. Because looking in her comment section, you could just see the women chiming in about having to deal with this. And so, yes, at the end of her video, she mentioned, if you have fibroids, get them out. Now, like I said, I don't know all the information, but I do know this. Before you have your fibroids removed, if they are not causing you any pain, if you're not having heavy bleeding, if it's not causing you to lose your quality of life, my opinion, I wouldn't bother with them. And why do I say that? Because it depends on where they're located. You may have to have your female anatomy removed, meaning your ovaries, your fallopian tubes, your uterus, whatever they have to take out, okay? If you have most of these things, especially your ovaries, removed, it automatically puts you into menopause. And menopause is a horse of a different color, okay? You think you catching it right about now. Now, everybody don't have the same problem, okay? So for me, I am now 51 years old. And from the time that I'm going to say, from the time Corey was maybe a year or 2 years old, that's when I started. I was in my late 30s, and I started having palpitations. It would wake me up out of my sleep. I didn't know what was going on. I was afraid. I was scared. She also talked about having a biopsy done. I have had a biopsy years ago when my son Darian was a baby. I had a biopsy. And I guess it could have been the one that I had. It wasn't that painful, but it was nerve-wracking to have to lay there and feel that. I know she had used some kind of stuff that she put around on the inside. Make a long story short, it was a cancer screening, and it came back negative. Praise God. Me having to deal with what I started dealing with after Corey was born. Here it is. Corey is now 13, and it took 13 years to find out that I was dealing with certain types of perimenopause. That's what I say, because over the years, with me dealing with the heart palpitations, the medicine didn't help, and up until recently, I realized that it only happens a certain time of month, a certain time of the month. It was not always. It just during a certain time of the month when my cycle is about to start, when the hormones are off balance. I don't know whether they were high, whether they were low, but they weren't the same. So up until, I'm going to say, the last 8 months is when I figured that part out. And that was me on my own, figuring it out on my own, because the doctors weren't telling me anything. And you go to the doctor. I went to the doctor it was before Thanksgiving. I'm going to say around between March, April, May, in there somewhere. I went to the doctor 3 times in 1 week. And I had 2 emergency room visits. Okay? How crazy is that? Listen, y'all, I'm not a hypochondriac. Who in the world wants to walk around here feeling like that? Who wants to? Yes, some people do have that issue. I want to be able to go and do what I want to do. I know the body changes, and we have to learn how to deal with that. But baby, when I tell you, perimenopause is something else. Tabitha Brown is now talking about perimenopause. Drew Barrymore is talking about it. Halle Berry is talking about menopause. But there are so many women who are not celebrities have been dealing with this. Women all over the world, pretty much every woman that has ever lived has dealt with some form of perimenopause and do not know or did not know what in the ham sandwich was going on. Okay? Some of the things that you deal with perimenopause, there is at least 50. Okay? I'm going to pull it up on my phone because I don't want to. I know a few of them because I deal with some of them. Now, y'all can Google perimenopause. And the symptoms, okay? Let me get it. I'm going to hit images because the images give you like a list of different things. Let's see. Okay, here is one. This is not all 50. This is 20, okay? It is hot flashes, cold flashes, night sweats, heart palpitations, irritability, sore breast, headaches, bloating, dry vagina, okay, trouble sleeping, mood swings, achy joints and muscles, poor concentration, faulty memory, thinning hair and hair loss. Girl, do y'all see my edges? Thank you. Weight gain. I look like I'm about 5 or 6 months pregnant. That part. Vertigo, dizziness, which is what I was dealing with yesterday. More facial hair, which also has something to do with PCOS. Okay? Perimenopause, PCOS. There you go. Fatigue, anxiety. Let me see if this other one has any that I did not mention. Bloating, high blood pressure, itchiness. How many of you are dealing with itching? Your skin just start itching out of nowhere. I don't care what kind of creams. Now, you might find something that will help it out, but you just start itching. You even itch in your lady parts. Wake you up out of your cotton picking sleep. Know your booty ain't dirty, okay? Because you can take a bath, scrub, moisturize all you want to. When that bad boy kick in, it kicks in like karate. Do you hear me? That part. Period pain without a period. Okay? A bitter metallic taste in your mouth. Yes. And it can cause you to have that garbage breath. Okay? Lord have mercy. Brittle nails. My nails are peeling like onion skin. Okay? That part. There's the dizziness, nausea, digestive issues, tingling and numbness, or pins and needles in feelings in your extremities. Okay? Anxiety and panic attacks, depression, I said the heavy bleeding, increased PMS, which is what I deal with, Lord. Memory lapses, yes. Forgetfulness. Like, I could be walking to go do something and forget what the heck I'm doing. I'm like, what it? Galen be like, oh, pull that. Y'all, oh my gosh. Babe, look at him. Shorter or lighter periods. Yes. Yes. Actually, your period skips sometimes, or it could be gone for a year, 2, 3, 4 years, and you can think that you're in menopause, and then that homeboy show up. Okay, yeah, it shows up. And I know this might be TMI, but for this month, which is February, this is I think this is the last day of February today. If it showed up on your doorstep. Ain't seen it at all the whole month, okay? But I have felt better. For the past 2 days now, I have had the breast tenderness the past 2 days. So that kind of, let me know maybe I'm in that PMS stage, going in that. I've had the lightheadedness, the dizziness, the irritability, the feeling so tired. Yesterday, I was so drained. G and I were out and about, and he was like, well, where we going next? I said, baby, just go home. I'm going to get into bed. And that is not like me. But I'm learning to listen to my body, because I have a tendency, I'm going to go ahead and push through it. No, and no. Go home and lay down. I started having palpitations, which I hadn't had palpitations not too much this month, but I had them. And I'm like, wow, okay, here we go. Yes, maybe I'm getting ready to go through that stage. Maybe my cycle will show up. If the cycle don't show up and then you still having these issues, it's either perimenopause or just the hormonal changes, period. So that's that. Also, you have increased urination. You pee and you pee and you pee again. Okay? UTT, however you want to say it. Urinate, relieve yourself, however you want to say it. You may start to have bladder infections. Urine leaking and urgency. You can get chills. Dry mouth and dry eyes. Yes, I find myself rubbing my eyes all the time. They so dry and they itchy some days. Now, I know that can be associated with allergies, because I do deal with allergies. And your allergies can get worse, or you develop allergies. Okay? Yeah, that part. Now, it says menopause. It says symptoms of menopause and perimenopause. Common symptoms are hot flashes, night sweats, sleep problems, weight gain, loss of libido. Let's just talk about it. I'm going to have to put it in the title, grown folks only. If the loss of libido. The loss of libido. Did y'all hear me? I know you did. Let me tell you something. You get to a certain point in life, you don't have to change diapers. You get to a certain point in life where you're not concerned about pregnancy. You get to a certain point in life, you feel like you can enjoy certain things. Baby, let me tell you something. Absolutely not. Now, this may not happen to everybody. Some women, their libido or sex drive kicks into overdrive. Mine just skipped out on me. Said, I am not going to be a part of your life ever again. I'm not going to deal with you. I'm not going to help you out. I'm not going to be there. This is not my assignment. I'm not doing it. My poor husband. And he's trying so hard to be understanding. Let me tell y'all something. Pay attention to your body. Anything that you see that you've been going through, just sit down and write down. Think about it hard. Don't come up with stuff now. Think about it, because some things you just don't pay attention to. If you're dealing with high blood pressure all of a sudden, and you're trying to eat, now let me say this also. For those women, if you have ever had, if you've had a hysterectomy, right? And now you're dealing with high blood pressure or diabetes. Think about it. Was it before or after you had your hysterectomy? Think about it. Think about it. One thing, listening to the perimenopause specialist, you guys go to YouTube, go to Google, go to Facebook, go to TikTok. Now, you can't take everybody's word for everything, but it doesn't hurt to listen. When they talk about the different things that you go through and how your hormones affect pretty much everything in your body, and we don't think about it. You don't think about it because we don't know how the body operates completely, but your hormones control an awful lot, or has something to do with aiding or helping out certain things in your body. It can even cause you, when you, if you have like a hysterectomy or partial hysterectomy, it can start to cause you to have issues with your gallbladder. It can have you, because all of that goes together. I can't go in depth because I've heard them talk about it. But you can put in perimenopause specialist on YouTube. It's so many of them. Now, of course, not everybody, like I say, you be careful. Just like with your doctor, you got to go and check them out and see, are they on the up and up? Because some people be on some garbage, okay? But I'm telling y'all, women and men, get out your feelings. Your wives, your girlfriends, your mothers, your sisters, we are catching hell. Do y'all hear me? It is awful. It is awful. But yet we still have to be caregivers. We have wife duties. We have to take care of our children. We have to take care of the house. It's so much that we have to continue to do. And just think about it. Like I said, I still have a period. And if you have, and they say periods shouldn't be painful, well, you need to tell my body that. I have had painful periods since I was a teenager. When I first started having cycles, they were hurting, painful. So where they come from? Like, seriously. Could it be the things that we eat? Could be. Hold on. Sorry about that, you guys. That was G calling. But yeah, check out the perimenopause specialist, because what they have, what they express is that your primary care physician, if you are not a specialist, even your OBGYN, most of them have no training when it comes to dealing with menopause. That's not something that is taught in medical school. That is something you have to pursue outside of that. That has to be your choice, because you want to specialize in that area. You want to help in that area. So that's why a lot of doctors don't talk about it. That's why they brush it off. And for me, it's absolutely, I don't know how to put it. It bothers me that there's a woman, any woman that graces the earth, that can actually not specialize in that if you are a physician of any type, because it can be a debilitating situation to go through. Seriously. For me, and even with Gina, she was even able to go see an OBGYN. I haven't been able to see one yet, you know? And maybe I was, because even though men can talk about it, I need a woman that has the same thing that I have. And the one particular doctor that I could go to at that time was a man. And now I could have been blocking my blessings, because I know God will put you in it was a man that ordered my test to be done. But it's the same man that I was talking to about the stuff that I was going through, and it was going in one ear out the other. I was telling him about a medication that they had given me at the emergency room, and I had a bad reaction to it. Tell me why Home Skillet turned right around and prescribed the same medication. So I'm like, okay, And I feel like I'm just talking just to be talking, and I'm not. And I'm expressing to these doctors what I'm going through, and I need assistance. Like, can y'all help me? Can y'all tell me anything? And no one addressed hormonal changes. I asked the doctor, I said, is there a test? I said, well, maybe I'm going through some type of menopause. He said, how old are you again? He said, you know what? You're right. It could be. And so he sent me for the test results. But I went for the test results, and they not talk about them. They don't address it. Even if I ask, the one doctor I went to, y'all, let me tell you, this dude, he called me and asked me to call and make sure that he scheduled the right test. Can you call him and check and see if I did it right? How are you a physician and you don't know how to schedule a test? What? Are you serious? He didn't even know. He sent me to have an H. pylori test. He don't know how to do that. He don't know how to schedule the hormonal test. He don't know how to do. How? This is the kind of, I felt like I was in a Twilight Zone, y'all. I promise you. This is the kind of stuff that I was dealing with. And I'm like, are you serious? If I've been back to see him, y'all walked all the way to the doctor's office yourself, barefoot in the snow, to go see this man. No. It is by grace and mercy that I am still here and that I am the way that I am. Okay. I'm good. Do I feel good every day? No. Do I still have issues? Yes. Do I want to feel better? Yes. Now I'm gaining weight, no matter that I have changed my eating habits. Gaining weight. I have gained 10 pounds. I was down to 160 pounds. I have gained 10 pounds within a few months. And I'm still eating. I eat pineapples. I just recently, I grabbed me some potato chips. I've been eating these Walker butter cookies. Yeah, but still, that should not make me gain 10 pounds. I have even had to, I get a ginger ale because I be so nauseous, and certain things that I take, like, it irritates me. So I went to go have, and then I'm dealing with fatty liver. So your hormones, all of that can contribute to a lot of things. And it's like I said, grace and mercy. It can contribute to a lot of things. So y'all go get yourselves checked out. Find you a doctor. I'm on the road to finding the right doctor, because sometimes it takes you going to more than one. For me, it was a whole year. I still haven't found the right doctor. I've had someone sent me a video by Drew Barrymore. It was on Facebook, and it took a number of years, and she got coins. Okay. It was one lady in the comment section say it took her 15 years to find out that she was going through perimenopause. Got to be more careful. And they give you a general guideline as to how long certain things can last, but everyone don't have the same results. Okay. Like, I can tell you, I have been dealing with some form of perimenopause for 13 years. The last, I'm going to say 3 years, it's been the thinning edges, extremely dry skin, no matter what I put on it. The itching within the last year and a half, this all over itching, the vaginal dryness, what else is it? The muscle spasms. I've been dealing with those for years. The muscle tension in my neck. I don't know if y'all remember, but I was going to physical therapy because I started having a tingling in my fingers on this hand. And I was going to therapy because I was having the muscle spasms across it that was causing my face. All hormone changes. And it's worse, like I said, during certain times of the month. Sometimes I could be good for a whole week. And boy, when I tell you this past, let me see, today is now Thursday. So I'm going to say from, excuse me, I'm going to say from Tuesday to Tuesday, I had a good week. Okay. And I was like, ooh, maybe I am finished with this cycle thing, with this going through whatever this was I was going through. Yes, I still get the bloating and the gas every now and then. But certain times of the month, I get the bloating so to my stomach swells up to where I can't wear anything that has to fasten or anything that's tight in the waist. I mainly have to wear dresses. And loose fitting underwear like bloomers, something that you can pull all the way up, granny panties, you know what I mean? And because where my fibroids are located is below my navel. And one I know is on the lower right side. And then I know I have one on the lower left side. And when I tell you, when they get inflamed or whatever kicks them in, it's now causing constipation issues. That's another thing dealing with perimenopause. You can have constipation issues. It's like every day is a challenge of getting through the day. You don't know. And the mood swings. Like, oh my gosh, why do I feel like a yo-yo? Like up and down, but I'm trying to deal with it the best way that I can. And I just get quiet. I have to, because I just want to sit. And I watch different things to take my mind off of it. Sometimes I'll come on live to take my mind off of it. And then I get over there and get to talking about it too. So trying to figure this thing out is hard. Trying to figure it out. But hopefully in 2024, I can find I know someone mentioned go see an endocrinologist, and I may do that. I'm going to have to see about that. Because they'll help you with that also, with what you're dealing with. And as far as my fibroids, we're going to see when I find a gynecologist. And because I don't want to have surgery if I don't need to. Even though I'm going through these hormonal changes, I want my doggone ovaries, okay? As long as if I can find something that can help regulate my system and I don't have to lose my ovaries. Another thing they have been talking about is doing castor oil packs. I was using castor oil packs, but I stopped for a given period of time because I started having issues with my digestive system and a few other issues that I was trying to find out what was causing it. So I had to stop what I was doing. But I think for the month of March, I will start back doing that. And also, I take a panty liner, and another friend, a YouTube friend, she mentioned about how she uses the castor oil, and you have to use the castor oil that does not have hexane in it. Okay, it has to be hexane free, and using that on a panty liner for dealing with her fibroids. So I'm going to start that again, and see how that goes. And I'm going to try to find a way to flush my system out, to see if I can get rid of some of the bloating and get rid of some of the digestive issues, and see, can I get some of this weight off again? And I know I'm going to have to be disciplined about it, which I'm not good at that. But I'd rather make myself do it than to be sick. You know, the way I felt in 2023, the beginning of it, I don't wish that on nobody. Okay? No. I want to be here as long as I can. But I know it's a struggle. Okay? So I made this video because Gina, here it is, 5 o'clock in the morning. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I sent her an email. And y'all, let me tell y'all something. Just check yourself out. And I know some of y'all are going to hear some of these things. Google it. Perimenopause symptoms. Google it. I did. And when they mention, and then there are groups, y'all. There are groups that you can join on Facebook. They have them, and they have them for all women. They have them. They have one specializing for Black women, because we as Black women, we deal with some things that other nationalities don't, or other races don't. Okay, not as much. I'm gonna say they do, but maybe not as much. And so we can have. They have a group, and look it up also on TikTok. Now, see, for me, I can't take a lot of medication because I'm sensitive to stuff. But I'm going to find something that's going to work for me. And God has been keeping me. And I don't want to sound like I'm putting medicine over him, because he is the only reason that I am still here. Okay? But I know that there's something here on planet Earth that will help me. But for me, and I hate to say it like this because I feel as though I'm putting limitations on God, but I don't want to be hooked on medication all my life, especially for stuff that I don't need. And a lot of times they put us on blood pressure medication when it's only if we can get our hormones balanced. They put us on certain things. We become diabetics, but it could be because of our hormones. I mean, seriously, they rather put you on medication, and you paying through the nose for medication that you gotta keep using to maintain yourself, when it could be something as simple as one little thing, a hormone patch or some cream. Yes, now there are studies out that they say that hormone therapy causes cancer. Well, hell, excuse me, the food we eat do the same thing. Like, for real. But we still eat. You still give it a try. So try it and see. I know, and from what they have explained is that we all have a certain amount of cells in our body, okay, that are there, that's dormant, cancer cells, okay. And if you have any there, what it can cause them to grow. Okay. Or not that we all have it, but you may have some cells there. Okay, let's clarify that. Not that we all have it, but if you already have some and you don't know it, that's why you go and get yourself tested, this, that, and the third, to see what's what. And go from there. Because if you have a history of that, then, they'll work that out. Hold on one second. Okay. So it says, have you ever experienced a tiny electric shock in random parts of your body? It's strange, but can be linked to perimenopause. These sensations, often described as zaps or jolts, can be surprising and disconcerting. While they might catch you off guard, they're usually harmless and tied to those hormone fluctuations. Gum problems and taste changes. So I have noticed that, I don't know if y'all can see, I've always had this little monkerish look to my face, okay? Kind of apish. But across here, I'm starting to see swelling in my gums. Now, it could be something dealing with my teeth, my gums, whatever. But I find they're tender. My teeth are more sensitive than usual. And it's just a difference. Okay, so I know it's time for a dinner visit. It says your mouth can also be affected. Hormone shifts might cause gum problems and make your sense of taste go haywire. Yes. Sometimes even giving you a metallic taste. Yes. I have that metallic taste right now. Hormonal fluctuations can impact your oral health, leading to symptoms like gum inflammation, bleeding, or changes in taste perception. This can make eating and maintaining oral hygiene challenging during perimenopause. You can have increased allergies, ringing in the ears, memory lapses and brain fog, change in your vision. Yes, yes, and yes. Even though I have bifocals, like just the vision gets blurred at times. Sometimes I just have to really just put my phone down or my tablet when I'm reading and just, I can look at TV, but I can't, it's like focusing. And even when I'm out driving or when I'm out and about reading things, is real hard. So that's another thing that I need to do, is get another, my glasses broken anyway. I need to do that. So let's see. Dizziness or vertigo, digestive issues, urinary issues, dry eyes, burning tongue or oral symptoms. I don't know what this is. Olfactory sensitivity. Your sense of smell can become super sensitive, and it is. Phantom smells, basically. Certain smells may suddenly seem stronger or unbearable. Hormonal changes can heighten your sense of smell, making odors more intense or even unpleasant. This heightened sensitivity to smells can be a unique experience during perimenopause, and it's important to manage it to maintain your comfort. And yes, I am dealing with that. Like certain things that I used to use, or like detergents, lotions, things like that, that used to be okay. Some things it's like, I can't deal with that smell. It's too much. And y'all know I like bleach, but it's like, it got to a point where just the little bit smell of bleach is just like too much. Even like a slight musty scent, like being closed in or something like that. Fresh scents like outdoor air can be strong and irritating. Oh, yeah. The itchy skin, changes in your voice. Oh my gosh. Clumsiness and bumping into things. Yes. Oh my gosh. If you've been feeling clumsy, more clumsy than usual, it's not just you. Hormonal changes can affect your coordination and your balance. Hormones play a role in maintaining muscle tone and coordination. Fluctuations in hormonal levels can disrupt this balance, making you feel clumsy or less coordinated than usual. Being mindful of these changes can help you stay safe. Unusual hair growth, okay? You can get facial hair or hair growing in certain areas, or even your hair falling out in certain areas. While this symptom can be distressing, various hair removal methods can help to maintain it in areas where you have overgrowth of hair. Cold flashes, the feeling introverted, feelings of being an introvert, okay, or social withdrawn. Yes. Wanting to stay home and stay in the house, don't want to be bothered. Yes. Panic attacks, Rage. You get angry. Sudden outbursts of anger or rage may not be typical for you, but they can be related to hormone fluctuations. Thoughts of suicide. No, I'm not having that, praise God. And my heart goes out to anyone that is. And please get some help. Don't be ashamed. The mind can play tricks on you, okay? And your hormones affect the way we think, the things that we say, the things that we do. It affects all of that, okay? How to manage and resolve these unusual symptoms. I will add the link to this article that I am reading in the description area. And yeah, we're going to see y'all. Okay, guys, I'm back. I happen to look up and the sun is up. That means it's time to get the kids up for school. So, all right, I've carried on long enough, but I wanted to come and address that. Put it down below, ladies, if you are dealing with any of these symptoms. And what are you doing about it? Have you noticed it, that you are in perimenopause? There's different stages. Perimenopause, menopause, and then there's post-menopause. Okay? Look at that. Perimenopause, actual menopause, and then post-menopause. Menopause, from what they're saying, you can be without a cycle for a year. If you haven't had one for a year, you may be in menopause. But you could not have a cycle for a year, 2, 3, 4 years, and then all of a sudden it show up. That means you were not in menopause. You were still in perimenopause. So it just depends. You're just going to have to watch your body. So what I've started doing, I have a little planner that I write down when my cycle start. How was I feeling before it started on that particular day? When it started, how did I feel? What was going on? How long did it last? And all of that. To kind of keep track of it. Was I dizzy? Was I lightheaded? What kind of pain I had? How was my blood flow? What was the color of it? Was it light? Was it dark? Was it heavy? What was I spotting? Whatever. So I've started writing it down in my planner. And so when I do go, I have all of that information because your girl has gotten forgetful. Okay? Yeah. But happy Thursday, everybody. I know this is not the kind of video that people are going to want to hear, but this is real life and we dealing with this thing, and it's okay. It's life. And I look forward to reading your comments to see what's going on. Okay. I'm going to keep praying. Keep trusting. Thank y'all for watching. I love y'all to life. Peace and blessings, y'all. And happy Thankful Thursday. All right. Peace out.